Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to our 6th episode of our playthrough of Myth using the 2.0 rules. We are deep in it as usual, trying to get through, not making too many errors with Myth. Myth is one of those games that while you love it, I have a love-and-hate relationship with it when I do playthroughs because it's so complicated at its core. I mean, it's not complicated mechanically. You can grasp the concepts very easily, but it's the gameplay that can be complicated, which is the kind of game I like, actually. Simple mechanics, simple enough mechanics, but complicated gameplay. And it's hard to get your head around sometimes that you don't really have a turn order for your characters. But this is a fun game, and we're again, just to recap, we are tracking down the lair of a undead villain named Bones, who has taken the Lady Catherine, who is the wife of Sir Albrecht, I think, or no, I gotta look up his name. Anyway, Archeron, Sir Archeron, and Bones is using the spirit of his wife to be one of the undead bearers of his palanquin. We've talked about that. We are trying to get into his lair. We've come through this waterfall, and we are just about to enter his lair if we can clear this board. But first, I do need to go over one error. So on this card here, when I had this event, I said, if there are less than 5 minions, spawn 4 minions. Well, I didn't really finish reading it. It says immediately from all active layers. Well, by the time this happened, there were no active layers left. I destroyed it. So I accidentally spawned some extra guys here. Not the end of the world. We'll just kill them. Anyway, I do want to point that out so you understood what happened there, and that way you won't make the same error yourself. So let's continue with our gameplay. Now right now what we're trying to do is get this tile cleared so we can move on. There's lots of treasure on the board though, and I don't want to not get it because then it just converts to money. Might not be a bad thing, but we're going to get 6 money off this tile anyway. So and then we get a merchant that comes along. Maybe we get some really good stuff. We'll have to see. So let's get going. So first up, I think we're going to do our soldier because we take the actions of our soldier because she's surrounded by some undead, and we have a couple of good things that can solve that for us. Now our darkness track is going to kick over again soon, but it doesn't matter. There's no lair to spawn. I think we can do enough damage not to worry about it. We have some good reaction cards, but I do believe we're going to get our second Harvest of Bones in here. We'll be facing it basically this way if you're looking at this, but I do have to build up some rage. So let's go over to the soldier's player board because I want to be able to get 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have to put 1 rage out to make sure that can happen. So building up rage is a simple thing. In this case, all I have to do is take the top card of his deck and place it here in this spot. Now we have 1 rage built, and if you look at the Harvest of Bones, that's all we're going to need to get to 4 guys there, which we're going to take out. So then we're going to play Harvest of Bones and take that action. I'm going to show you how that'll work. That is his action. Or her action rather, so she won't be able to move around much after that, but she's going to do some devastating damage, I would hope. So in the Harvest of Bones, she's going to swing in this circle right here. She can get 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know what? I do think I may have to play another rage to get all 4 of them in there. Attack 3 adjacent targets. It doesn't say. I think I can pick and choose. It just says rage. So I think if I do these 3 and that one, I got it covered. I'm going to play it that way. It sounds like that's right to me. So let's build our soldier's dice pool. Now our soldier is using her longsword. She gets 2d10 and 1 fate die for that. So I'm going to put those in the dice pool. There's 2d10 and a fate die. Boom. Gets a d10 and a fate die just for being the soldier. Boom. There's that. And the Harvest of Bones, since she is not moving, is going to give her an additional d10, which means we're very likely to kill them all. So let's go to the dice bowl and make that happen. So I just had a thought, guys. I may take this action back. Our soldier is already at 4 rage, and if we get very unlucky when we spawn that next darkness cycle, we could end up with a penalty, a what they call threat penalty, and I don't want to do that. If we go up 4 rage from 5, we're going to be at 9, so if it's one of those ones that has a rage penalty of 8, we're in serious trouble. However, he'd go back down 2, which would put him at 7 if we can survive this round. But man, I certainly don't want that penalty going forward if it's going to be at 8. Do we take the chance? Do we take the chance? I'm going to do it. I think we've already had a couple of these cards come out with the 8s. I'm going to hope that we get lucky, and our threat has to be at 10 for that to matter. Let's hope. Boom. We're going to roll our dice. Wow, close call there. The Shamblers need a 4, so we did hit them. But we did not roll our fate die symbol, so we're just going to do the damage, and that's fine. That's going to go boom, 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 and boom. All of these guys have been taken down, and that means that in this last spot here, we're going to drop our last treasure. If we can pick up all this treasure, we're going to be in awfully good shape. But that was the action of our soldiers, so we really can't do much more with that. Everything else would be a reaction. But we do have to then move up his threat meter by 4, so he's going to go up to 9, and then, if you recall on Harvested Bones, it's going to put our darkness track up, our AP track up 2. So as you can see up here at the top of the board, we're going to go up to 5, so 1 more AP, and we're going to trigger our darkness cycle, but we're not going to have a whole heck of a lot of enemies left. Now, I think our Acolyte is standing on an item. But let's see, we are going to do an action for him, and this is going to trigger a darkness event. So I think for his first action, his first movement, he's just going to pick up the treasure that is underneath him. There is the treasure. So we're going to discard that. We're going to get our cool cup, and we're going to draw one out. Let's see what we get. A white one. Well, that's okay. We get to get these out of the tray then, that's better. So let me get the white treasure deck. Okay, here's the white treasure deck. Let me back up just a little so I can do that. Boom. Okay, there we go. We got it backed up. Okay. And we're going to get some money. I'm just going to put this on his sheet there. He got 2 gold. That's okay because we're going to need the gold to purchase stuff when the merchant shows up at the end of the session. And then for his last action, which is going to trigger the darkness cycle, we're going to play this one, Attend the Weak. It has a range of 5, so we can hit the Acolyte. It says Faith Heal, restore vitality equal to twice your faith, so that'll be 2, and that's exactly what we need. Well, I could even play a faith card first. Let's see if I just have a faith card. Yeah, Feet of Saints, but this... Oh, and it's a reaction, so I can play it, and it doesn't cause the darkness cycle to go up. I can use it just to basically get the faith effect. Each hero with range reduces AP cost of attack actions by 1. Okay, well, that's fine. That's actually good, but it's going to still be a minimum of 0, I believe. Anyway, we're going to play that first to build up faith, so we can actually get 3 or 6 points, or actually 4 points of healing with Attend the Weak. So then we're going to play Attend the Weak. So he plays that. That is his action. And then we get to heal our wonderful Acolyte. Now her total is going to be 5, 6, I think, or 5, 6, 7, right? Actually, you know what? She doesn't have this. Take it back. It's like this. My bad. I didn't even know it didn't have any game effect. But we need to fix this. So we're going to place this there. This is the way it should be. Boom. And she is going to be at 5, 6, so she's going to go all the way back up to her full amount, and she is healthy, but that does trigger a darkness event, so we're going to have to draw a card. You see over here in the corner, we're going to have to go whoop and do that, so let's draw our card and see what we get. Okay. Well, there we go. So our event, let's look at that. It says, if the darkness activated in a refresh phase, then no interrupts. It wasn't, so we can still play interrupts. Okay, was not activated in the refresh phase. A mini boss appears at the edge closest to the tile of the highest. Now, for that threat penalty, we have to have a 10, so it did not trigger. And then we're going to go down. We don't have any of these guys. We have no mini bosses. We've been really lucky that way, and we don't have to worry about a spawn. So we're just going to do the minion activations. So what do we got here? Well, these are pretty obvious. You know, the Shamblers. Their first priority is proximity. These 2 ranged ones are going to attack our soldier. They can't see our brigand who's here in shadows. These 2 here are going to attack our acolyte, and then their next priority is faith. So this one here that is equal distance between the acolyte, or the apprentice rather, and the acolyte is going to attack the acolyte. So let's start with our range attacks on our soldier, and I think that I don't think we're going to play any cards regardless of what happens, because we want to reduce our threat. He does have a card he could have played, or she could have played, but we're not going to play it. So we're going to get 2d10 on our soldier. Remember, shamblers need a 7 to hit, and so let's roll, see what we get. A 5 and a 3, so the 2 ranged shamblers missed our soldier. Next up, we have the 2 that are on our apprentice. And now they are both going to need a 7 as well. Neither of them hit, which is good, because even if they had it, we still have our sphere of deflection and aura of the elements ongoing effects on our apprentice. And then the one on our acolyte actually did hit, so that's interesting. Our acolyte actually takes a point of damage, poor fella. Well, that's going to be the end of that, though, so that's the end of the darkness cycle, because there's just those few folks left. So let's continue on. Okay, our rogue here, our brigand, is just going to take a cautious move, and then take a non-combat action to pick up another treasure. We're going to get to draw out of our cup, our wonderful, the dreaded SpongeBob cup. I've used this in so many videos. And we get another white treasure. Okay, I'll take it. It's still treasure. Could equal lots of money for us when this merchant shows up. That's important. And the odds are better because if we just leave the treasure there, it'll just be 1 gold. But if we pick them up, it could be worth more. So what do we get? Let's draw. 1. Okay, well, 1 gold coin for our brigand. I'll get the actual coins out later. Right now, I'm just putting the cards on their inventory slots. Okay, and that's really our brigand. That's all our brigand's going to do, because we want to. Well, we don't really want to play any cards. There's nothing. We could do suicide run, but against those 3 there, but there's really no point. It says dash. Melee hustle cards add 2 dash. I mean, I don't see. We did a cautious move to stay in shadow, so we're not going to do that. Okay, next up, I think we'll do our apprentice. She actually probably wants to do some damage if she can. You know, we could have played leech instead of healing her, but that's okay. We also have arcane sigil, which is a heal. This one here, we didn't need to do that. Okay, we don't have any damage abilities, though, so I guess she's really not going to do much. Is she standing on a treasure token as well? No, she's not. So she's just there by herself. Man, what is she going to do? I think she'll move. She'll just go, well, I don't think you can move in this space. I think that's an exit space or something, because it's designed differently. It's got a black line around it. I think, I don't know what she's going to do. She really can't do much there. It's going to make for an interesting short turn. But, yeah, I don't see that accomplishing. We can't get by those guys or anything, so she might as well just stay put. I guess she could just attack with her enchant. No, she doesn't have any attack cards at all. I guess she could play. Nah, that's an ongoing. Well, she could hustle. Hey, let's do that. Okay, she's going to hustle. So we're going to play this. No, you know, your threat will still go down fine. We're going to play hustle. Sorry, guys, debating. That is going to move our AP track to 1. So, but that gives her an additional 2 movements, so she can move 4. I'm going to assume she can at least pass through that space and go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to there to get away from those guys. I don't know, guys. Tell me if that's wrong. It seems like it's right to me. It doesn't say you can't. It's not a red outline space, so it looks like you can move through it. Normally, you can only not move through red outline spaces. And guys, I think that's it. Yeah, I do believe that's it. That was the whole turn. Interesting. Well, that was fast. I am going to keep this down to 1 turn. Now, guys, I got to tell you, I'm probably going to be filming 2 at a time for a change. I might go to my other table that I used to use down in my dining room, because I got Zombicide Black Plague coming in. I definitely want to get that on the table for you as quickly as possible. We'll see. At any rate, this is where we're at today for our Myth playthrough. We're almost cleared this tile. We got a few guys to put down, and we got some treasure to pick up before it's too late. And then we're going to move on to the tile against the big villain, and we'll see how that goes. That could be where we end up having some trouble, because so far this has been an incredibly simple and easy scenario for us. Much harder than the last scenario. Anyway, guys, thanks. I don't think I missed anything. Got everybody. Soldier attacked, acolyte healed and picked up a treasure. Rogue picked up a treasure. Apprentice moved. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. All right, fellas. So, peoples, let's do our card refresh phase. So, I think we're doing the same thing with our brigand. We're going to keep the shadow touch. We're going to discard these and draw 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. See what we get. Also, our threat's already at 0, so I don't need to really do much there. We got Now You See Me, Dark Reaver, good one. Unseen Ally, and Unravel in case we run into a trap. I doubt we will because we're not going to probably clear this tile next turn. We'll see. Let's move on to the Apprentice. Our Apprentice only has 1 action slot open, so it's going to only reduce our threat by 1. Then we're going to discard this. See what she's going to keep. I'm thinking she's going to keep... This might be really good against when we have to face the villain. It's for the whole tile too. Choose 1 hero within range. The hero's edge to gain the hero's edge token, you may choose another hero next hero cycle. It gives them a bonus D10 and adds a fate die to the attack. It takes no threat or no AP and its reaction. So I might keep that over this. I don't know. I think so. Let's do that because we'll recycle these cards. So she's going to keep that one. The rest of these are getting discarded. Now she's only got 2 cards left in her deck, so we're going to take those. It's Illuminate and Fingers of Aya. That's a pretty good one too. Another attack. I got to shuffle up her cards. I'll do that off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, we owe her 2 more cards, so she gets Arcane Lance and attack, just normal attack. Okay, those are her cards. Let's move on to our Acolyte. Our Acolyte had no threat anyway, so we're just going to dump these 2 cards for him. We're going to keep, tempted to keep one, maybe Consuming Fire. That's a really good attack. No, it's just 1 damage, but it's still good. We're going to keep Consuming, yeah, we'll keep Consuming Fire. Wait, discard pile. We're going to keep Faith, guys, because no, we're about to reshuffle. We're not going to have much of a discard pile, so we're going to keep Consuming Fire, as I said originally. And again, he's got 2 cards. I think we're going to take. We're going to get these 2. So he's got to reshuffle then. Soothing Wounds and Angelic Word. We're going to have to reshuffle his deck up. Okay, so we got 2 more for our Acolyte. We get Consuming Fire again. And Last Rites are the 2 cards that we get. And we'll go over them when we use them. We don't need to go over them now. Last but not least, we have our Soldier. He's going to get rid of the Harvested Bones and the Rage that he put in there, which was another... Oh, that's too bad. That was another Harvested Bones. We got a Disengage, Attack, the Hidden Blade, and Hustle. I think we'll take the Hustle because we're going to be moving off the map soon. And we're going to give him 4 more new cards. Okay. Which will be... Impenetrable, this yoke is heavy, sprint, and battle roar. Okay, and then we're going to go to our final phase, the refresh phase, and I don't think there's a whole heck of a lot to do. We are going to advance our AP track by 1. I didn't advance it before, so it should have been at 1 here, so it's going to be at 2. And really that's all there is. You know, we can go, I'll just run through, you know, we advance that. If we have a darkness event we do, but we don't have one. Then we activate allies, quest results, status results, trap results, and cleanup, and we've done all that. So we are good to go. Heading into the next round soon, guys. I will talk to you later. Enjoy your day or your evening. I appreciate all your subscriptions as always. I'm so happy to be doing this for you guys. Really, I can't say it enough. I know it sounds like a broke record, but it's just true. This is one of the funnest things I do in this hobby is do these things for you. So thank you for allowing me to do that. And I will talk to you soon. Take care.